right, it is Wednesday. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Glad to have you with us today. Thanks for watching. Boy, it is just pouring out there right now, isn't it? Take a look at your Twin Cities forecast. Riley says our temperature's kind of going to lock it where it is all day. And, I mean, you're not really going to care because it's going to be raining. And, frankly, there will be a chance for some thunderstorms a little later this afternoon. I'm going to show you some radar. This rain is pretty steady. It's all coming from the south, you can see. There will be some breaks off and on. It's not going to be raining nonstop, but it's going to be raining often today. There is that slight risk of severe weather that we told you about in the late afternoon. And if you live up north, there is a chance for snow, right? So, like, there are your temperatures right now. But this, I was going to show you a snow chance. There it is. Yep. So watch for that this afternoon. Chance for some snow. Minnesota winter. It's still winter, but we are too warm for snow here in the Twin Cities. Good thing, because some parts of the state may get a lot of snow. So we'll be watching that all afternoon here on CBSN Minnesota. Let's talk about this. Good news today as more Minnesotans are able to sign up for a COVID-19 vaccine. This news came out yesterday, and today is go time. Nearly 2 million people added to the eligibility list. So if you're 45 and older with an underlying health condition, you're in. So the list of those certain underlying health conditions is available at WCCO.com. But then if you're 16 and older and you've got if you have two underlying health conditions. So, for example, a good friend of mine is undergoing cancer treatment right now, and he was not eligible for the vaccine. Today he is, and he'll get vaccinated today. As more people get vaccinated, life starts to get a little back to normal, right? I, for one, cannot wait to get vaccinated. I absolutely can't. Last night, a bunch of friends had dinner, and it was socially distanced and everything, but I didn't feel comfortable going indoors to that yet. But if I were vaccinated, I would have been drinking Pappy Van Winkle last night. That's the sacrifices I make for this pandemic. We want to know what you're looking forward to after you get vaccinated. What are you pumped about? Is the governor going to open up attendance for the Twins? Might you be going to opening day if you have that vaccine? Let us know what you're excited about, what you will do after you get vaccinated. And maybe you're getting vaccinated in the coming days, or you're part of this new eligibility group. I'd love to hear your vaccine story and your hopes, and we'll share some coming up. Let's talk about jury selection, because the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin gets going again this morning. We're looking for motions at 8 and then jury selection resuming at about 9 this morning. There were 3 jurors chosen yesterday. You know, a lot of us looked at this and we have this 3-week window to seat a jury, but yet here was the first man who got accepted pretty early. Kind of a young guy. We're told he's in his 20s or 30s. He's a chemist. He talked about being active in his synagogue. The defense team asked him several different ways how he handles disputes, and he was adamant that he could only use the facts in front of him. And so neither the defense nor the prosecution objected to him, so he's seated. The second juror is a woman. We don't know a ton about her background. She's in her 20s or 30s. The Pool reporter who was in the courtroom said that she is a person of color. Her uncle is a police officer, but she said she didn't really have a lot of contact with him. She's originally from northern Minnesota. She is a juror, and then the third juror seated is an auditor. He was the last juror seated right around 4 o'clock yesterday. He's in his 30s, also reported to be a white man. So attorneys need to pick 11 more people. There will be 9 more seats on the jury, so 12 jurors, and 2 alternates. The process gets going again at 9 this morning. We'll be covering it all. You can watch it live on CBSN Minnesota. The next round of stimulus checks will likely be going out later this month. This is a big deal. The House expected to pass, boy, this sucker's big, right? Nearly $2 trillion. This relief bill expected to be passed this morning, sent to President Joe Biden's desk for final approval. It's called the American Rescue Plan. And it has all sorts of stuff in it. There is a lot of directly related to COVID stuff, like vaccine programs, money for schools to kind of, get their HVAC systems better and all of this. Unemployment, stimulus checks, about $1,400 in stimulus checks for most Americans. Still more fallout for that Prince Harry and Meghan interview with Oprah the other day. That's going to be re-aired on CBS on Friday if you missed it. But Buckingham Palace did respond. And the big thing that I think people have been looking for answers for was the allegation that someone in the royal family was concerned about their child being too dark, and kind of the implication that if their child had dark skin, that would be bad. Palace officials said the issues raised, particularly of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. But very troubling. Now, in Britain, big controversy over a guy who likes to stir up drama. Remember when Piers Morgan had a show on CNN here? He was a tabloid editor in Britain. He's been sort of a Meghan Markle hater for a number of years. And so yesterday he dramatically stormed off the set when one of his co-anchors was questioning him. He had said he didn't believe Meghan Markle and said she was making up all this stuff. She was an actress. He says he's had time to, this is new this morning, he said he's had time to reflect on his opinion that he didn't believe her, and he still doesn't. He says, if you did, okay. Freedom of speech is a hill I'm happy to die on. He said, for those who think he's going away for good, they will be disappointed. In Britain, if you are mad at a TV thing, because kind of the government controls a lot of this stuff, you can complain to the government, and there were 41,000 complaints about Piers Morgan. So he quit his job with Good Morning Britain. But Piers, just like a nasty, nagging cold. That guy is never going to go away. Don't you worry about it. Prince Harry and Meghan sit down with Oprah did spawn, of course, a lot of news stories, a lot of interesting nuggets. But this, I don't know, what do you think about this? Some people watching the interview are like, hey, I got to have those chairs. Look at that chair. Man, that's a beautiful chair. So weird. Even weirder. The guy who sells those chairs, that is part of the Christopher Knight collection. You may be familiar with Christopher Knight. He played Peter Brady on the Brady Bunch. He's got a whole line of furniture. They sell on Amazon and Overstock, and even at Target.com there are a number of the Christopher Knight collection. These particular wicker chairs are sold out. So strange. Where's Prince Harry's suit coat from? I got to order that up. That's amazing. Although Meghan's dress was amazing. Speaking of amazing, how cool is this video? Rally Studios is a production company here in the Twin Cities, and there's a pilot named Jay Christensen, a drone pilot. And what a stud this guy is, right? Whoa, we're back in the behind the scenes of the bowling alley. This is Bryant Lake Bowl in uptown Minneapolis. How cool is this? Under the legs, under the ball return. One take. Props to the actors who just kept going, like ignoring this kind of whirring drone as it flies all around. Oh, it's so cool. 90 seconds long, flying through Bryant Lake Bowl in Minneapolis, which has been around for more than 86 years. Relatively new ownership out there. I will say, if the mission of this video is to get you to want to go to Bryant Lake Bowl, mission accomplished. I totally want to go. They got that theater next door. Oh, I love Bryant Lake Bowl, and what a talented team. They did that video for the Timberwolves where it was a single shot inside Target Center and going out on the streets. So cool. Good news for Brits Pub. Brits Pub is across the street from us in downtown Minneapolis. And one of the things we love to do is when it's a windy day, we love to show flags that are flapping. And it always amuses me that we show the flags at Brits, because I think of viewers who have no idea that Brits Pub is in downtown Minneapolis across from us. And I think they've got to be wondering, why does WCCO keep showing the British flag on this windy day? It's because Brits is right across the street from us, and there's nothing easier than taking video right across the street. Speaking of video, I think we're out. We're out of it for this story. And I've spent our time talking about this. But Brits was damaged from... there we go. We roll it again. I know some of you comment that when we re-roll the video in the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update, that's one of your favorite things. You know that Jason's got off the rails. Anyway, Brits is reopening. I toured through it when it was just destroyed by rioters on Nicollet Mall. There's fire in there, lots of damage, but they fixed it up and they're ready to reopen March 19th. Thursday through Sunday only. Check this out. We're all about showing you cool video on the Morning Update today. The Coast Guard shared this time lapse of the cutter Alder. So this is one of those ice cutters. It's going to break through the ice in Duluth and Superior Harbors and then work north. But part of why they do this is to make sure that, you know, ice fishermen and fisherwomen and snowmobilers don't go out there. So they're sort of already weakening ice and trying to open up this channel for shipping. But that's cool video. It's got to be so loud. It'd be kind of fun to witness that, right? Good stuff there. So the ice will be broken soon. Okay, let's talk about post-vaccine life. Hopefully, man, I hope some of you guys are getting your vaccine or were able to sign up for an appointment. Nikisha says, I'm looking forward to connecting with family, friends, trips, and life. Willing to go slow and safe, yeah. I was hanging out with Pat Kessler yesterday, who has both of his shots, and he was still a little nervous. We're outside the whole time, socially distanced, mask, blah, blah, blah. Don't at me. We're doing it. We're doing it right. Thanks, Nikisha. I'm cheering for you. Here's Cindy looking forward to getting together with her community orchestra. And sweet Adeline's chorus getting to play, sing, and perform with each other again. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about musicians and the stress, especially like if you're just a community choir member or something like that, or community orchestra. It's scary. Kimberly wants to go to the Twins game. Me too, Kimberly. Man, I hope they let some fans come to opening day, you know? That'll be great. Tamara Ackland. Hey, Tamara. Looking forward to taking the boys to museums and activities again and cannot wait to travel. Yeah, my last trip on a plane was December of 2019. 2020 was nothing for travel. Brian, Mary Jo, hugging family again, for sure. For sure. Yeah, my parents have both of their shots. Love to have my parents come up here and visit. We'd love to see them again. Becca, I want to have people over for dinner and game night. Yes! You know what I am most looking forward to the fact that after vaccine, I won't have to plan everything out, right? Like right now, you really have to plan out, can I go to that friend's house? Can I do that dinner? Can I do this? Before we go, I want to send a thank you. I got this in the mail the other day, and I'm like, apricot fruit brandy? Who would send me apricot fruit brandy? And then the note inside says, from the greatest loyal viewer in Hungary. We have a viewer in Hungary, Kata Diak. I'm sure I'm saying her name wrong. Send me a message where you say your name, and I'll say it right tomorrow. But she sent this to me from Hungary. So on the one hand, I say thank you. That is so nice. On the other, I say, what are the rest of you doing for me? It's something from Hungary. Pretty cool. So I look forward to a toast to you and to all of us who watch us here on CBSN Minnesota. Thanks for hanging out. Apricot brandy. I'm going to wait until my shift is over before I crack into it. No, I'm not. See you tomorrow.